Okay, I think it says you can't turn your... Uh-oh. Don't take my device. Okay. I'm going to try to do a little quick live video. I don't know if it's working right because I've never done this before. And I can't see. So you can ask questions, but it may be a while before I can answer any because I really can't see small writing or small details. So I promised that I would show how to make an extract, and I will. And I'm going to show it. I don't know if this is working or not because I've never did one before. But I'm going to show y'all how to do it with lemons. I got a couple lemons and they dry and they dark, but they've been in the refrigerator and they've been getting, what is the word called? Dried out. So to make a lemon extract or vitamin C, all you're going to need is lemons and olive oil. Or you can use coconut oil or something like that. And you're told to pull the peels off of 2 complete lemons, 2 complete oranges, 2 complete grapefruits, or 2 complete limes. And I'm going to be peeling the 2 lemons. Hey Facebook. This for Miss Cora. Was wanting to learn how to do these too. Miss Cora Collins, and I'm doing it. So is Tracy and my sister. There's quite a few to ask. And I can't peel these things too fast, but it's taking me a minute. So I'm only going to do half. And I'm running out. And while I'm talking too, this is what I was talking about, Miss Cora. That you take and you go buy at the dollar store or the Family Dollar. This came from off a bottle at the dollar store, this pump, because the pump works better. And it's a silver pump that goes on this one for $1. The silver pumps go out after about a month. So I went to the dollar store and got this, which is on a plastic container, and took it off and put it in a glass because you don't want to store your stuff in plastic, because plastic leaches those PVCs, and I'm pretty much allergic to them, but it's not much, or it's not much sticking into it, so I use that for the pumps because they don't have any metal ones. And I just like using the pumps on the counter. So I keep doing this and peeling this. And this is a little bit larger than a mason jar, but it's $1. It's clean. And I'm going to put the lemon peels in here and put the olive oil on top. Well, I'm not going to do it in here, but I'm going to do it with a small jar. And I'm going to pretend like this, using a small jar, and make a little bit at a time. We're going to pretend like this glass. It doesn't matter what size glass you use. As long as you use glass, is fine, and the ratios will still be the same because that's just how it is. You'll take your peels, which will be 2 for real, and you'll put them in the glass. And this will work with any herb. It'll work with lemon balm, collards. What else I got over here? You can use turmeric also. Any herb. Turmeric. You can use anise. I bought anise. This was from last year, and I bought this thinking that I can use it because it's star anise from the Muslim store. But when I looked over on back, it says it has a preservative in it, which is called sodium metabosulfite. I don't want that in my food or my herbs, so I never opened it. I bought some seeds earlier this year, and I'm just going to grow my own. Same thing for this one right over here. Extract off the sesame seeds also. And I looked at the ingredients on this one because I can't grow in them. And it says it's packaged with peanuts and all that other stuff. So I'm probably not going to use this either. I want something that's only sesame. I don't want other stuff in it. So for this, we're going to start off with doing the lemons first. And for the lemons, all we're going to do is we're going to take 2 lemons to make lemon extract, and you want to make it in any glass you want to, but they suggest a mason jar and just put 2 of them in it. So I don't want the whole thing, so I'm gonna put it like this, and you just drop the 2 lemons in the mason jar after you open it, and pretend like this is 2 whole lemons, even though it's not. And you fill the jar up with olive oil. This is my olive oil. I'm not gonna fill it up. You fill it up to the top. And that's it. Put the top on it. You let it sit at least 5 days, possibly 7. Shake it take it, and you take a strainer, and I think I just knocked mine on the floor. I knocked my colander. You take a strainer and a colander, and in order to strain it, to get the peels out, once it's done after a week, you just take it and you set it on the jar. Take a coffee filter, fold it in half, you fold it in a quarter again, open it back up, that creates a cone. You take that cone, set it down in your strainer, like this. You put it back here, open it up, you pour the grease in here, and it'll strain. And the grease will come down in your glass jar. The lemon peels will be left. Toss them in the trash, and that's it. That's the cheap, easy way to make vitamin C that everybody's paying $1 million for. You can do the same thing with extracts, and I'm going to show you the extract, and I'm going to do it with a little bit of turmeric. I'm just going to make a small amount. Oh, here's a bottle I did earlier. This one, I used the old Everclear bottle. I filled it halfway with organic peppermint I grew out in the front yard. So I filled it from here to about right here. And when you use, and when the herbs were dried, instead of leaving the leaves whole, I ground them up into a powder. And when they turned into a powder, I placed them in this jar here. When you use powdered herbs, you want to use 4 times the amount of liquid, and that can be alcohol, which is without flavoring or coloring, such as any cheap brand of 40 grain, 90 proof alcohol. You can use vodka, gin, rum, tequila. Everclear is the best. Everclear costs the most, and it's extremely hot. I don't need Everclear. I just use vodka or gin. But you fill it up with a quarter of dried herbs, dried powdered herbs. This is a powder right here. This turmeric I got is powdered. So if you use powdered herbs, you only put a quarter herbs in whatever bottle, and then you add 4 times that amount of olive oil or vodka or whatever alcohol. And after about 3 months with herbs of sitting around, when you strain it, you'll have your extract. Same thing with turmeric. So I'm going to show you a tiny example with a small jar because I don't really need any right now. So I'm going to use this turmeric, and I'm going to put it, if I was using a dried herb that was not powder, I would fill it here to here, and I might put double that amount. So I would, after I put the powder in here, I'll show you. And it doesn't really matter. You don't have to measure. It's whatever you have. So, okay. Quarter of an inch. So, no, half an inch. So instead, I'm going to put 1 whole inch because that's 4 times the amount. And I'm just going to eyeball it with my finger. And I'm going to take my olive oil, which I already got in this jar. And I'm going to pour it on top. Because I want mine as an oil right now because I got my grandson with me. So I'm making everything in oils. And I use oils for kids because kids don't need alcohol absorbed into their bodies. Anything you put on your body, it goes inside your body just like you ate it. So you shake it up and wait. And you put the top on it and label it. And you can label whatever day you want to. I use a black marker usually and write down what date and what month I put it in there. That way I know when it's ready to be used after 3 months. And shake it up. And you can put it in the closet and let it sit in a cool place and do the same thing. When it's in 3 months, your oils will be ready. All you have to do is make you a strainer, put it in a funnel, put it on your glass. This was my lemon balm. Your whatever container you're going to put it in, pour it, let it strain, squeeze out and toss it away, or whatever. Also, coffee filter strainers work okay, but you'd be better at using a white handkerchief because when you use a coffee filter, the paper sometimes rips real easy. When you use a napkin or a man strainer, like a handkerchief, you could take it and you could squeeze it out. As far as alcohol goes and oils, it works better that way. So this right here, if I let this sit in 3, which I am, in 3 months, this is going to be turmeric extract in the oil. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to taste it. All you have to do is, once you strain it, pour it on your hand, rub it on your body. It'll be in your system in about 2 minutes. Same thing goes for alcohol. You can do the same thing with an alcohol extract. I already have one right here in which it's cloves. I don't know if you guys can see in the bottle good enough. I'll get closer. But it has cloves all in here. Cloves are a pain reliever. Numbs your mouth, your tongues for arthritis and osteo. I put it in here. I made a little bottle last year to see if it would work, and it did. So I went back and got me an empty glass bottle. I filled it up halfway with cloves. I filled the rest up with, I think, Everclear. I wanted it to be strong. And I'm still waiting. And it should be ready by now, but 3 months is just the minimum recommended time you should use. Let it sit. The longer you let it sit, the stronger it gets. So this stuff can sit 6 months, a year, whatever, and then strain it. I can't remember how long this has been sitting, but it works. Same thing with nutmeg. I did it with the nutmeg, and the nutmeg makes you hallucinate, so I only use that one time. I don't want to try that one again. And this is the little bottle of anise I bought from the store. And I think it might have been $4 or $5 when I got it. I have never used it. It expired in 2018. Because for real, I don't know what's in it. And I prefer just to make my own. Also, you can do the same thing with shea butters, avocado oil, coconut oil, peanut oil, any type of organic almond oil, any oil you got. You can do the same thing and make your own extracts. And they don't cost you nothing but a penny. These oranges and all that stuff, lemons and stuff, 29 cents. For 2 of them, that's 50 cents. And you make enough vitamin C for yourself and your whole family for like 6 months to a year. Same thing with some of the herbs and stuff I got growing in the front yard. So it's real easy and real simple. And it doesn't cost you much of anything. And here's a bottle of lemon balm. I think I've had this bottle for about 20 years. That shows you how to, lemon balm, shows you how to make it with lemon balm. And I put my own little hints on the back so I can remember. Although I'm a nurse and I remember most of it, and I don't need it anymore. You can tape labels on the top of it and things to help you remind what it does. Like lemon balm helps with insomnia, anxiety, indigestion, heartburn, migraines, headaches, reducing fever, congestion, colds, viruses. It kills viruses also. That's why I was teaching this one. Because a lot of people have been asking, because of the things that are going on in the coronavirus, turmeric, lemon balm, lemons, vitamin C, all these herbs, or let's see, oregano, thyme, sage, all of them. You can do all of them the same way and make extracts out of all of them. And you can use them in any combination you like. All of those are antiviral in nature. So you can use them for when you have a cold and so on. And especially good for kids because you don't have to make them take it. All you have to do is rub it on their legs or something while they sleep. Because my grandson sometimes gets to the point where he says he don't feel like me putting all that stuff on him. You just rub it on them. And that's it. And it only takes like most herbs and stuff when you make them into oils. You only need to use, I say 3 to 5, sometimes 5 to 10 drops. So you're just using a couple drops. 10 drops is a meal. That's all you're using every day, or maybe 2 or 3 times a day. So you really don't spend much money and don't spend much time. So you can have everything and not spend any money. And another good thing about it is whatever you use and do, all of these things you can purchase them with cash, food stamps, or growing them on your own. And it's not really that hard at all. And this is my first time ever doing this. So y'all got some suggestions, just let me know. Because this was just done as a real quick impromptu. Also on the oils too. This one here is like lemon balm. It's lemon balm. I took a shea butter, and all you have to do is, you could place these little containers. You get maybe like 10 of them for $1 at the dollar store. Take them, put a piece of, what is it called? Shea butter on it, a piece of coconut, and powder you some lemon balm and mint in it, and you let it sit on the stove while it's warm. It'll melt down into it, and stir it up and put the top on and let it sit. Once you're done, you have cream, and it stops fever blisters. I get these were fever blisters and sores from last year from having diabetes, and you can put this on and it gets rid of it, and that way you don't waste either, and it's a solid. You can keep it in your purse like a whatever, and anytime you feel a need, you can just take one finger and put it on or whatever, and you're done. So that's about it. Now, I'll try to get on and do a better one later. But this is real impromptu. And I don't even know. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to do these little videos and stuff. So I got to learn how to use this equipment too. Bye-bye, everybody. You welcome, Sarah. Sarah, you'll get it. You'll get it. I'm going to do a better one later. But it's real easy. And nobody should be without anything, too. And this is the season to buy your herbs. They're going to be putting out all the vegetables and herbs and stuff, like within the next week or two at most stores. And by the end of February, the middle of March, all the stuff is going to be picked over and gone. That's if you want to grow your own. And I usually grow all my own stuff because the stuff in the store, you don't have a clue what it is. Ta-ta, see you later.